our favorite candidate doesn't lose or doesn't get elected. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and say it openly that I plan on voting for George Price. But let's say George Price doesn't get it. Like I've said before, I don't see any huge catastrophe falling on us if Ben or Peden win the election. So if they win, I plan on supporting them. I guess you could say, term I like to use is fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on me. So as long as if those candidates don't betray the people's trust, then I will support them as mayor, as long as they hold to their promises.
What their promises are, and it's a 2-year term. So, would you be in support of changing the mandate of a 2-year term to at least a minimum of 4? Because council members are 4.
I think it would be good to do it to 4. I also think it would be good to have term limits.
Absolutely. Cool.
So I just hope everyone does the same to support either Price, Peden, or then if your favorite candidate doesn't win, and if Lowell wins, I'll try and support him, but I don't know how well that goes. If Bailey wins, I'll definitely support her. If Marquez wins, I'll support him. It's a little more tricky with District 1.
Yes, very tricky.
So if
look, he's looking me right in the face, and he won't give me a commitment. Yeah.
I mean, I would vote for Donovan if I could, but I'm not in his district. But
Good answer.
But if for some reason he doesn't win, I suppose I'll try and support Jemison just because she's going to need a lot of help.
Yes.
Or if who's the other guy?
Mercado, yeah.
I suppose I support him just keep the big money people out, because it's mostly for one developer and one agenda. I mean, these dump millions and millions of dollars into his election. They only do that when they expect a return. So from the city. So how much is he expecting from the city if he's dumping all this money into the election?
Well, to me, it's not even the money. Look at how he's spreading out these candidates on the school board as well as the council.
Yeah, I know, but still, there would have to be a return if he's going to do that.
And why won't he give me an envelope? At least make an offer. I don't understand. I really don't.
You ain't loyal.
So, okay, cool. We're going to keep that in mind. Is there anything else for this week? You might want to remind them we're working on that call-in. We're going to do a call-in.
Yes, we're working on a system for people to call in and suggest their ideas. And hopefully soon we'll also have more information about mental health services and substance abuse services and homeless services. We are actively working on something really cool that we'd like to bring you, so stay tuned.
All right. That's Sean Fortine. He's running out because he's got some stuff he's got to do. But Sean, thanks again this week. We'll see you next week, if not earlier. And stay tuned, because the Hot Seat Radio Show, everybody is moving on. Mighty Max, she's going to be doing some other things, so we might be moving the show because it is getting cold out here. We're definitely going to move to Edgemont Studios once my kitchen renovation is done. I'm kind of in bed. I don't want anybody in my house. It's kind of bad. But it is Edgemont, so what do you expect? But oh, wait. Why are you guys laughing? Why are you laughing? But anyway.
You made the joke.
Yeah, okay. But we're going to be moving the show and again to keep everybody involved. So we're going to be doing that. So Mr. Daryl Terrell, you've been very, very quiet over there. What do you got for us? Anything out of the norm as in regards to your candidacy?
I did a spill about, like we've been talking about, as my candidacy has always been about running to ensure that our kids just don't graduate, but graduate with the skills for the jobs of today and tomorrow. And I did a Facebook Live on that subject.
Yes, you did. Yeah, excellent.
And so some of the things that I put forth is, like I said before, I talked about Germany, how Germany has a successful dual system of vocational programs and certification, and that's what I want to bring to our school district. And another thing I've been talking about too is about accessibility to early childhood education, whether that's through implementing extended transitional kindergarten to available, affordable preschool programs. And so what I want people to know, especially in the trustee area too, that that's all part about building the bridge to our kids' American dream, because it's a two-pronged approach. It's not only for the kids who go to college, but it's the ones who decide that college may not be for them, but that doesn't mean they have to live in poverty. So we live like Donovan's talked about in the Edgemont area. We have a lot of poor folks there, a lot of poor kids, and a lot of poor parents. And I think by raising the bar in our school district will not only help our kids, but help their parents too, so they can have that path to the American dream. And that's some of the things that needs to be brought forth. It's not a one-size-fit-all agenda. It's about kids who, like myself, had issues when I was a kid. Been a crime victim or been bullied, and so a lot of those kids. And sometimes a person asked me before, you don't have any children, and I say to them, like I tell everybody, I know what it's like to be bullied. I know what it's like to have people tell you you can't make it, or you're nobody, you're dumb, you're stupid. And because I have a learning disability, but that did not stop me to graduate from high school or went on, because 9 or 10 times I should have dropped out.
Right. Now, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm really sorry about that, but that brings up a good question. You have a learning disability and you still have a college degree. Now, one of your opponents doesn't have anything. So what is her excuse for not getting something?
Well, that's the whole thing. I applaud her for her volunteerism, but at the same time, I applaud myself and others who didn't give up. Mm-hmm. Because when you're trying to set an example to the kids, and people don't quite understand, well, this individual had volunteering and she's a parent ambassador. Well, I applaud her on that. But the facts remain, you got young people who want to drop out, who may want to give up. They need to see a person, an individual that inspires people to keep going.
Keep going.
And no matter if you had a setback in your life, that what leadership is all about is about you fall down, you learn, you get up, you move forward. That's what they want to see. That's like I said before about kids that do bad on their test. Sometimes kids say, "Oh, I got a D or F," and they give up. But there's that parent or that teacher says, you still can make it. Okay. And you got to set a good example.
Right. Now, Max, you being the youngest of us, and you're going to school right now.
Yeah.
So, if you had an instructor or a superintendent that doesn't have a degree or anything like that, but they're saying, "Hey, you need to get a degree," how would you take that as a young person?
People do as you do. They don't do what you say. But I feel like also not me as a young person, I may not know, right? Because I would be unaware. My parents would know, but I wouldn't know. I would be unaware.
But I'm saying right now, like in college.
Oh, right now in college.
Right.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I couldn't listen to someone tell me that I need to go get my degree and they're not actively working towards theirs as they could be right now. So you're just not doing anything to further your education, but then you want to tell me at the same time that education is so important. So if it's so important with all of these outlets that we have to further your education without having to physically attend somewhere, why wouldn't you be making the choice to do so?
Right.
So, I couldn't agree with that.
Okay. But what about you, Mildred, Millie Bailey? You guys are about the same age. You guys are about 24,
we actually
right?
are
Okay.
the exact same age.
Okay. So, what is your take on that, Councilwoman Bailey?
I agree with both of them. You can't listen to someone who hasn't done it. It's like,
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Or is doing it.
No. Stop right there.
Okay.
If Highland Fairview has no record of building anything, how could you ever think they were going to build anything?
Wait, aren't they builders though?
Developers.
They're developers. But what has he developed in over 30 years?
Oh.
A half finished sketches.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No.
Not even half. Because it's two.
Right. It's not even, a third finished
A third
sketches.
finished sketches.
So I just wanted to bring that up. But go ahead with your question. I'm sorry.
I think you do as I say, not as I do, and that's not fair. You have to have, or at least attempting to finish your degree in order to tell someone to finish school, and it's important. You can't not have a degree.
Well, you can not have a degree. I mean, some of your biggest billionaires, yeah.
Diploma.
Well, some of your biggest billionaires don't have degrees.
They don't have they have at least a diploma.
Right. Right.
I don't understand.
So when you get on the school board and you're working with Daryl Terrell, well, all three of us are going to be working together. So what are some of the things that you want to bridge with the school board?
I want to make a connection, actually have a connection between the school board and city council.
Why?
Because you need to have them on the same one accord in order to take care of the kids in an effective way. We can't have the city council thinking one thing and then...
Okay, ask me the very same question.
Okay, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yes.
Okay, well, you have a school board that takes care of school issues and school problems, okay? Then you have a city council that takes care of city problems. Now, occasionally we will cross, but really we don't need to cross at all, because if anything, as a city council person, I should be supportive in what you're doing if it makes sense. But other than that, I'm going to keep my nose out of your business, and you should keep your nose out of my business, and everything should work. What do you think, Daryl?
Well, I look at it like this. Now, you asked that question. Here's what we can do together. In order for us to bring in those kind of business, the high growth industry, we got to have an educated, skilled workforce. So that's going to be a common goal for both of our entities. It starts with the school district, but also it starts with the schools and our residents that may not have those tools. And we have Moreno Valley College that we can work together, leverage our resources to build that path. So though our residents can get into those jobs that may come into this community. And at the same time, we have a school district that we got to set example of having an educated, skilled, our kids, when they leave the Unified School District, they should have the skills that will meet those jobs out there now and into the future in the 21st century. You got to have a 21st century education. So, as I'm saying, Donovan, when you get elected, when you get elected, then we can work together building that path.
Okay.
We building the path together for all our kids and adults to live their American dream in the city.
Okay, and I agree with you, and that's great in concept. Okay, if I'm on the city council and I'm saying the best our kids can have is warehousing, what do you say to that?
Well, we got to raise the bar even higher, because you know why? Again, if you're a developer, let's say any developer, that will look at their demographics and they say, hey, 54% of your people have no education beyond high school, and 77% don't have a college degree, then we got to raise the bar. So my thing is, when you're talking about warehousing, that's part of the mix, but we got to diversify. In order to us to diversify, then we got to show the business community out there that we are able and willing to create an educated, skilled workforce.
Right.
And that's what you were saying about about if we only have warehouses, but that means we have to raise the bar.
Right.
And college attainment level.
See, now that's where the city and the school cross paths. But the thing is, for the city to say, if they're just going to build warehouses for you, there it is. That's what they think of our education system and our school system, because now you're working backwards.
Well, yeah.
That's what we need to work together.
Well,
the
yeah,
aspect.
that's what I'm saying. If they have that kind of mentality, you on the city council, me on the school board, or Edward, she's on the city council, then all of us can put that vision together.
Right.
Because see, the thing is, we want all our kids and your kids and your friends to be able to live the American dream. Me too, Max. In the city, when you leave and say, I'm leaving this city because there's nothing here, then we got to give you a reason to stay here, not because of warehousing, because we have a diversified economy.
Makes sense.
I don't have any want or yearning love to continue to build my adult life here.
Well, I'm here.
Besides our love interest.
Yes. Okay. Good.
In our movie.
Good. All right. Yeah. The movie. Yeah.
I don't have. There's nothing here that makes me think like, oh, I have the ability to make a six-figure income living in Moreno Valley or Riverside necessarily, unless I'm like a doctor or this or that. Or
well,
whatever.
that's the whole reason I'm saying, because we're talking about not only your generation, but the next generation that comes behind, that we can start laying the path. It's not gonna happen overnight, but we can start day one after the election to start making it happen.
Okay.
Because maybe you may not want to, but there may be other kids out there that maybe start seeing a diversified economy, that you can raise a family with livable wage and economic mobility, that may say, hey, look at what we got diversified. Not only we got warehouses, we got research and development, advanced manufacturing.
Right.
We got,
But doesn't that have to be master planned? Because right now,
Yeah.
we're the city of commerce, we're the city of industry.
but
So-
again, it takes leadership to change that mentality.
Exactly. So we need to start electing people who think outside the box.
Exactly. I agree.
So and you're one of those people. But finally, she's late. Your pay will be docked.
Yes.
We have Tay Wilder joining us, and she's going to bring. She's our local adult in the room, keeping us in check. But before we introduce Tay, I want to talk about a book. It is right now a screenplay. It's called Scalawag. And and that book is being written by a person. They've already got the screen stuff done. He's adding to it. It had to do with the corruption that was going on in Moreno Valley. So if you're involved in Moreno Valley politics, I'm sure Daryl has a small part in it, I have a small part in it, and I'll be played by Denzel Washington. Okay,
yes,
so
Daddy.
yes. And I was thinking who's going to play Max, because Max is going to be my love interest in the movie. And who's going to play you?
You know, I think I really channel like a Serena.
Serena. Oh my gosh, yes, yeah, I can see that. Right. So that's what we're talking about when me and Max joke back and forth. But Tay is finally here. Now look, I want to ask you, did you watch the city council meeting last night?
I did not. I was finishing up some finals for school, trying to get my degree on.
Yes. So when are you graduating?
Not soon enough.
What is your degree in?
Supply chain management with international business.
Okay, you were in the Air Force for 20 years, 17 years, whatever that is. You retired. You're a retiree.
Retired.
Did you get your CCF?
I did.
Oh, so you're getting so this is your bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
So what is your CCF degree in?
Logistics.
It's in logistics. Now, and I bring that up is because if you were sitting here with jack nothing to do, the biggest trade schools out there is the United States military. And the only one that will give you a degree is the United States Air Force, a certified degree, not a smart transcript or a Navy college program. Community College of the Air Force is the biggest community college in the world. Okay? So, because everybody enlisted is enrolled in it automatically. And I commend you on getting your CCF. I got 2 of them myself, so I'm not a...
Fancy.
I'm not trying to recruit for the Air Force, but I am a little biased. But my degree was in aircrew operations and aviation maintenance technology.
Look at you.
Yeah, off flight line. So I'm just a grunt. I'm an Air Force grunt. So that. But you didn't see the thing. I want to show you. When you get home, you're going to get this. It's the latest hit piece on LaDonna Jimson.
This is kind of sad.
And why is that? Because everything in there is true.
Well, it's not the fact that everything is true. It's the fact that this is what paid for by Victoria Baca. Okay, so it's not even really saying what Victoria Baca wants to do for District 1.
Of course not.
It's more of a slam book against Miss Jimson.
Well, it's not a slam. It's actual facts. But
It's still the fact that someone took actual funds to, somebody's money to create this.
did you read the Press Enterprise article
I did.
where the money was? Notice that I didn't receive one envelope.
I saw that.
He didn't even offer.
I had a bit of a chuckle this morning.
Okay. And what is your thoughts on that? That all this money that is being paid to all these Highland Fairview candidates on the school boards as well as the council?
It doesn't need to belong in Moreno Valley.
Okay.
It doesn't belong in Moreno Valley. I don't want a candidate or someone on my council that's been paid for it. Period.
Right.
Because if he's the only developer, he's handing out envelopes to these people, handing out money. What that means, in my opinion, I'm going to look at them when it comes to something that needs to be voted on in the city that has to do with this project, that they're automatically going to be aligned towards Mr.
Invasi, Ito. Let me play devil's advocate. LaDonna Jimson's getting money from the Democratic Club in Moreno Valley. George Price is getting money from the Sheriff's Association, so what's the difference?
So my question is, the Democratic National, whatever,
Yeah.
what do they have going on as far as in the city? What do
Nothing.
they do?
Zero.
Then what's the
It's all
problem?
about money.
Then what's the problem?
Well, what's the problem is if you have a better candidate,
They
I'm a
have to
Democrat,
spend the
why aren't they
money.
supporting me?
Well, I mean, somebody's
Right. But why would the Democratic Party, who's supposed to be the good guys, want to support somebody who has a questionable background?
That's a good question. That's the head of the Democratic.
Well, me and Radine, she's the one that says she still believes till this day that I'm not a military veteran. So she's the one that tried to put a hit piece on me.
But your 214 is.
Well, she saw the picture and says that I photoshopped my pictures and everything like that. She's that one that did that. That was the Democratic Party of Moreno Valley. So Democratic Club. But playing devil's advocate, how can you say it's okay to get money from this person and then, like George Price, he's getting it from the sheriff's department, and me and George Price are friends. I'm just using a clarity. Why is it that when it's our friends, it's okay?
I wouldn't say necessarily our friends. The Riverside.
Well, in our
Sheriff-
situation, it's our friends.
The Riverside Sheriff's donating to Mr. Price. I just found that out, so I was kind of like, wow. Let's take a step back because RSO is the only quote-unquote police department that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that anything negative is going on.
Right.
However, it's still for me a cause for a little. It makes me want to hit pause.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, isn't it hypocritical to say this is not okay, but this is okay?
No, I mean it's not okay. Anyone should take pause when somebody's donating, a large amount of money to one specific candidate, especially when they only have, when they have a vested interest in Moreno Valley.
Right. See, and that's what I'm trying to bring out with other people. Now, look at the people who aren't receiving money. And I'm not like crying because I'm not receiving money. I don't need anybody's money.
I give you $1.
That's pretty much what I have to disclose that on my channel. But that's a big thing. This hit piece is out. Victoria Bach has received at least about $80,000 that it said, and that's a lot of money for you to again.
$80,000 from Moreno Valley.
That's nothing. Like I said, if you were here for the recall, that was almost a quarter of a. What was that, Daryl? That was almost $600,000 was spent in the recall 2 years ago.
For what?
Where do we even have that money?
To get his candidate seated, and Victoria Baca got defeated, and he gave her $165,000 just in her race, and she got defeated. And again, one of the questions that I've always asked people when we talk about candidates, I'm a candidate. I always say, if you combine all seven of us candidates in District 1, take me out of the equation, could you please name me one thing any of those candidates have done in their own right?
Offhand, no, because I don't live in District 1.
Right. But LaDonna Jensen's a council person. You should be able to say one thing that she's done. She's a council person.
She got elected.
And she's over here. I'm taking pictures over here, and I'm doing this over here, and I'm doing that over there. And look, I'm over here. Well, and speaking of which, notice that Denise Fleming was not mentioned in that article.
Because she's not getting money either?
She's getting money from Super PACs.
She's not getting it from Highland Fairview.
No, not from Highland Fairview. She's getting it from some outside PAC, whatever the deal, African coalition of whatever. But speaking of Denise Fleming, I'm from Chicago. I'm going to lay low and let them fight it out. You're not going to win. You're not even in the top 3. All this stuff, all these things that have been happening, you are nowhere to be seen. You are just as bad as Yixtin Gutierrez, Idiot Gutierrez, and Victoria Baca. But yet, you're going to win. And me and Dee were talking about this last night. Let's look at the numbers. 32% of our population is, I hate that African-American stuff, is black. Yeah, black. I'm a black person of whatever background you want to call it. So anyway, black. Now, take 32%, you got to half that in half because only half black people vote. So you're actually dealing with 15% of the black vote. You can't win an election for citywide mayor with 15% of the black vote. So what is she doing?
Nothing that I've seen. But
Oh, by the way, has she called you yet? Has she?
no.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting for that call?
Have you reached out again?
It's no.
I mean, you shouldn't have to reach out again, but
Right. Because we got to come together, girl. We got to stick together. We've got to do all this together, girl. We got to stick together because, I'll be the first elected black mayor. How about just being the first elected mayor? What's wrong with that? Why do you got to put a title on it?
I always do.
So it's something to think about. I mean, Millie, why isn't she supporting you? You guys go to the same church.
What church you go to?
Cathedral of Praise in San Bernardino.
Why isn't she supporting you?
It's ridiculous.
Why isn't she supporting me? I'm a black man. I know I don't act it, but.
At least you're honest.
Anyway.
How does someone act like a black person?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I always get that like, oh, you're the.
I get that too. I'm pretty sure some people, if they haven't went to look at my face,
Right.
they think I'm white, but I am chocolate.
Chocolate for real. But no, you look very nice today. Is this your dress
Yes.
attire? Yes. Where are you going?
At work.
She came looking good for me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I was like,
At
wow.
work.
You're at work.
Trying to, make those coins.
You're making those coins, making
making
that big money. You know, you're up there on the executive side now,
Yes.
getting up there, climbing the ladder.
Yes.
And you've been out of service, what, 3 years now? 2 years, and she's already got a good job. Are they hiring over there?
Her
They
face
are
makes
hiring. I
that
just hired
hilarious.
someone today.
I don't want to work in a warehouse. I don't
I
know.
don't work in a no.
Oh, who's this?
Okay, well, I know you're legit. I don't want you to like, call me and just say, okay, look, we got a spot at Amazon for you.
Oh no, it's aerospace only.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do aerospace. I got the background for that. I can do aerospace, so that's good. That's good. But anyway, any other thing that has come up that you've heard?
Nothing that I've heard. I've seen.
Can I ask you? Have you voted yet?
I got my ballot in the mail yesterday.
Okay. Who are you? May I ask? Who are your top 3 for mayor?
None. Yo.
Business.
Okay.
Voting is private.
No,
Hey.
it's actually again, like I said, I was actually leaning towards George Price. I think he's a great guy, but that whole the Riverside Sheriff thing kind of threw me for a loop once somebody published his 460s out
Right.
on the internet.
And I will be looking into these Fleming's 460s tonight. So
What are 460s?
that's where you have to disclose money that you've been contributed to. So we can
I
see.
don't think it's anything shady.
No, not at all.
It was still just I need to take a step back and look exactly
Okay.
what's going on, where the numbers. And what's
Okay,
going
your councilman XYZ, he's running for mayor, so he's in your district. So you're not. I'm just trying to gauge you. You're not going to support your councilman?
Look at her face.
What? XYZ. So I guess you're not.
He blocked me from Facebook from asking me questions. So.
Oh, so that's not going to get your vote either. Wow. It's very interesting. Very interesting. But all these hit pieces and negativity that comes out, that's nothing unusual. I'm not the greatest person at all, but I do think that I'm the only candidate that is using social media, and you can see me talking like on this radio show and on the videos, and I'm telling you what I'm about, what's happening, and what I've been doing, and I've been doing that. So it's kind of unfortunate that we've got that. All my signs have been ripped down, but I did put signs up. So for those of you that vote for people because they have nice signs, I had signs everywhere just like everybody else.
Why did I hate
some
you?
signs up going south
On-
towards Alessandro on
Oh,
8th
so-
Street.
okay.
I saw that this
Half of them
morning.
ripped?
No,
So-
I
okay.
saw them this morning.
Okay, good. Okay, so those are still up. So, but the good thing about your signs being ripped down, I don't have to get up the day after the election to take them down. So I don't have to worry about that. So
There's this
yeah.
new show on Netflix that I've been watching
Okay.
called Haters Back Off. And that just really reminded me of it. So
Haters
funny.
back up. But Dee, as an outsider, and you've been watching the elections, what is your final take as we go into the last week of the elections?
Can you be more specific?
What do you think about these elections as it's coming?
That is such a vague question. I need you to narrow it down for me.
Well, I'm gonna narrow it down. Okay, as somebody who's observing, because you don't live in Reno
No,
Valley.
I don't.
As this thing is narrowing and the people are making their last pitches, what is your thoughts on the election?
Well, I would just say as a voter, I think the voters should look toward voting for someone who is going to serve their interests, the interests of the people, and not the interests of, let's say, big money or lobbyists or whoever it is. Just make sure that you're well informed and do your research.
Okay. Well, that's fair. And I've been saying that for the longest. Do your homework. So, real quick before we forget, so we can go on to other things.
I do have one other thing.
Wait. Dee has one more thing to say. Well, it's your show. You're paying for it.
No, I would just say, like for me, when I do research on candidates, I try to look for someone who has not been around for a long time, somebody who is not, how can you say this? Oh, gosh.
Like a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah, a fresh set of eyes who is not part of the establishment, somebody who can bring fresh ideas and just are open to new things. I like younger people. They're not jaded. They're not jaded by the system. So that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I'm not that young, but...
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, I try.
But you're still new to the game.
Well, no, I'm not new to the game. I've been here for a long time.
You're not
I'm just new to
contaminated
the drama.
You're not
So,
contaminated by this big money.
Right. Well, no, I could get contaminated. I can get contaminated by the money. But last pitch, Daryl, before we go, what do you got to say in regards to the voters and, why should they vote for you? And tell them, give it to them.
Well, I break it down like this. Well, if you're satisfied with the status quo, or you're satisfied if your kids are being prepared for the jobs of today and tomorrow in the 21st century, then vote for the establishment candidates out there. But if you want real change, someone's going to fight for your kids in the arena. Someone is going to ensure that your kids don't just graduate, but graduate with the skills that meet the needs of the high growth industries in our community, then you vote for me. But if you're tired of the education of getting by, just enough to graduate from high school and just enough to go into poverty, then again, vote for the establishment candidates. I'm not going to be your rubber stamp. I'm a team player, but that doesn't mean again that I'm going to be a rubber stamp. I'm an independent thinker. I'm a problem solver. As Donovan has always mentioned, the higher mobile should speak volumes to
Yes,
what I'm capable
absolutely.
of doing. And I want to bridge the gap between our city and our school district. And together, I want us all to build that bridge to our kids' American dream together. So if you want that, then you vote for Daryl Terrell for Moreno Valley Unified School District School Board, trustee area number 2.
Yep.
And I thank you again for you guys for watching my Facebook Live material and my past papers. I'm not a one-dimensional candidate. I'm a candidate that thinks about not only about your kids, but you in the future.
Absolutely. I mean, you already got my vote, so...
Well, thank you.
Mildred Millie Bailey, give it to him. This is it.
Well, this is the last straw. Vote for Mildred Bailey because I'm actually going to make a change. I'm going to galvanize the youth and the seasoned residents and unite us all as a district and as a city. I'm going to have initiatives that will expand this district and make us grow as a city and increase jobs and public safety, home security, and just the unity between our district and our city. Vote Mildred Bailey if you want a real change, because we got to stop voting the same faces with just the same message with different faces. My bad.
Right, sounds like me.
We have to get someone new, someone young, new eyes, new perspectives, new initiatives, and that's what I'm going to bring to this city. So that's why you need to vote Mildred Millie Bailey for District 3 City Council.
Amen. Now, let me give my pitch.
Okay.
I want you guys to listen to this. 30 years, this city is actually 32 years old. The same people who have ran this city since its inception are still running it today. After 32 years of inception, they have led us to a warehouse mentality that doesn't make any sense to anybody that has a logistical background. Now, my neighborhood and my district, we have a lot of problems here. How long are we going to kick those problems down the road? It's been 32 years now, if not longer, before Moreno Valley was Moreno Valley. I have shown consistently that I'm a problem solver. So if you want the problem solved, there's no question who you need to vote for. Victoria Baca, she had her chance after 2 years, and she cost us over $1 million in litigation. I don't see you making that vote. LaDonna Jimson has been on that seat for 2 years, and she cannot articulate one thing she has done for the district. And it just amazes me how these councilmen get up there And the first thing they say is what they did for the city. You are responsible to the district first. You were supposed to bring the bacon home to the district. And they just get lost in the access and the power. The city cannot recall you. The other districts mean nothing to you. I understand how government works. That's why I'm not concerned what's happening in District 4. I'm not concerned what's happening in District 2. I'm not concerned with what's happening in District 3. I'm concerned about what's happening in my district because I'm accountable to you, the listener, and the voter. So we need somebody in there that is not afraid to solve these problems. Now, there is a ongoing investigation at the district's attorney's office, and I put that document up. Now, those of you who are running around saying, oh, that document's fake, and oh, there's nothing to it. Everybody knows everything that I put up has come true. I do not bluff. And if we do not seriously sit there and think about the ramifications of not voting for the right candidate, we may be dealing with a resignation, a recall, or a replacement candidate that's coming up. Because like I said before, I'm going to tell you, that document is not about Victoria Baca. So I want you to think about that. It's a 4-year term. But if the will of the people is to vote for our friends, and I'm going to fight for you, if you're going to fight for us, please show us. You had 2 years. Show us where the fight is. I haven't seen it yet. And that's why I'm running. And even after it's over, I'm still going to do this radio show. I'm still going to do this video show. And I'm going to hold these people accountable. And that's why I need your vote. Because if I can do all the things that I've done now as a regular citizen, street repairs, our neighborhood is getting a little bit better. These little victories that make us all feel good in the Edgemont area. Imagine what I can do if I was on the city council. So please vote for Donovan Siddiq, November 8th.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
That was beautiful? You like that? All right. Well, like I said, and I'm going to have the biggest party for Max like that. So Tay, what did you think of these 3 candidates that are giving their pitch, and let's get some critique.
I applaud all 3 of you for running this race. I couldn't do it.
That's because
do it.
that's because you can't vote for any of us. So, yeah. So.
No, I mean, you guys have run really clean campaigns. You haven't been out there.
Kind of clean.
Well, I've been good.
I've had my moments. Don't get me wrong. I just get upset a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. I've had my moments. You've called me on them. So.
See, I was trying to overlook all that.
Yes.
But no, honestly, you guys have really run positive campaigns, which the positivity in the city for change is what this city really needs. I've been here a year and I am already tired.
Yes, I remember when I invited you to the first city council meeting, and you were sitting there as if you got hit by a bus, as you were in shock.
I am still in shock. I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with these people.
This is where we're at. And if we don't get fighters in there, people that really want to do for the city, because if there was a better candidate, seriously, if there was a better candidate in this district, I would not be running and I would be supporting them. But nobody stepped up, and that's one of the problems, So for all those candidates out there, I wish you guys all luck, except the candidates that are running against me. And you got your boys out here. Your son just recently had a birthday. How was the birthday party?
It was great.
I didn't get an invite. I wonder what that was about, but that's okay.
Wow.
No, I'm messing with you. But Mighty Max, we got 5 minutes to go, so go ahead and close this out and tell us what's happening.
Well, I'll talk about my life for a second.
Yes, please.
That's super exciting. But I got hired for a full-time job.
Here in Moreno Valley?
Monday in Riverside, my city of residence.
Right.
Tax dollars going back to me.
Right.
Super excited. Graduation's around the corner. Learning a lot about the history of communication and media sources and how we went from penny papers to telegrams to magazines, and then the magazines went from 700 to 3,500 in 30 years, right. And now we've grown to having access to get specific people specific information. And I think that's so great. But anyways, yeah. So outer nutrition is super important. Make sure you wash your face tonight. Not with just like dial, guys. Let's make sure we take care of ourselves and use products that are meant to take away oil and dirt, and specifically meant to make sure that we're glowing and fresh. You can find anything and everything from weight loss to weight gain to energy to sports nutrition on my Facebook. Max Thomas, MAXX, because I'm extra Thomas. And you can also check out super fun workouts and tidbits and client results on my Instagram at JustMaxxin, JustMaxxin. And thank you. I'm super excited.
Right now,
for the election.
you have all kinds of products that I can order. So if I go to your website, because like I said, I got this girlfriend, and she doesn't want to work out.
Right.
Okay, so, and it really makes me mad because I keep telling her, not that I have a girlfriend, but I'm making that up. But for those guys that are listening to me, you know what I'm talking about. You're saying, hey, look, you don't get it together, I'm out of here.
Look, I can totally help your girlfriend achieve her, not even weight loss goals. Let's focus on fat loss goals.
Right.
Because I weigh, I can go in between 155 to 169 and look spectacular no matter what, So I can help her live a healthier lifestyle simply by having a shake for breakfast in the morning without working out. Help my mother lose over 40 pounds.
Oh, she looks great. Thank
you so much. Mama Max in the house, So definitely you can find my website on my Facebook or my Instagram in the bio. But it's goherbalife.com/JustMaxxin.
Okay, so and then we can go there and order different things.
Yes, anything.
Okay.
Ranging from fat burners to appetite suppressants to skincare to CR7 Drive, which is an athletic product that we have to help make better in-game decisions. It's a healthier version of Gatorade, and just so many different things.
I might be interested in that.
Yeah,
super good. So again, we're going to be moving to Edgemont Studios, and like I said, it's getting cold out here, and it's just one of those things. But we're going to be doing that. We got a lot of stuff planned. Next week is the election, so I'm going to be out of town because I don't want to be here for the result, because I will get upset if I do not win. And it's not going to be so Chief Al Tavares, if you're listening, you might want to station somebody out by my house. So I'm going to be very upset because I put a lot into this because I really believe in what I'm doing. But again, Mino Stereo, he is expanding. Please go to his webpage, check him out. We are here, Pastor Don, every Tuesday, 10 o'clock. He has his weekly devotional. We are here in front of the Starbucks. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of events. I mean, we're going to expand and do a lot of stuff. So please stay tuned. We appreciate you guys coming over here. Tay keeps coming out, and I love to have you on the show all the time. So you got to be on time. She's giving me that motherly look.
She looks so good, guys.
But she looks good. I'm telling you, just awesome. She just looks. Not that she doesn't look bad. I'm just saying she looks very, very glowing and very thing like that. So, do you got anybody behind the scenes? Are you still looking, single, available?
She's taking me on a date.
Taking a date. Well, because
Yeah.
we have an open relationship. Right. So, but no, you do look very, very, very nice today. So, and then your boys just passed by and stuff like that. So he's getting tall too. Golly. 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
And chocolate. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Stay away from him, Max. Stay away.
January 17th.
Oh, yeah.
2017, he will be 100% legal.
Yes,
All right,
baby.
there it is.
No, ma'am.
Right on. Hey, if you got any questions, concerns, emails, please give us contact, whatever the deal is. We're not just going to be broadcasting on Wednesdays. We're going to be expanding. Max is moving to a different location, so we're going to try to accommodate her and try to accommodate when we can get everybody on the show, maybe a Saturday or something, but we're going to coordinate with everybody, and that way we can get everybody out and do that. That's the marijuana thing that we've been talking about. That was on City Council. Millie, you spoke about that. Millie is for marijuana and the taxation of it.
Yes, I'm
The taxation of it. I didn't say you use it, or do you? But these are things that are going to be coming up and they're going to be challenging us as we got these problems that are coming to Moreno Valley. We need people that are going to solve them. This is not the 60s. We need 21st ideas for 21st century problems.
Right.
I'm Donovan Sadiq. This has been the Hot Seat Radio Show. Millie Bailey, Daryl Terrell, Sean 14, Tay Wilder, mighty Max Thomas, and me, Donovan Sadiq, and D. We'll see you guys next week.